incorporated with the 211 check. So we are going to carry on this training with very few contents that might help you. So, like I have already introduced myself. I am Wani Yusuf Rajala, a multimedia journalist and also a visual graphic editor and Wikipedia writer. Those are my contacts and some of my address. This is the content that we are going to look at. In our content, we are going to look at the introduction to Wikipedia and Wikimedia Commons. We are also will look at the difference between Wikimedia and Wikipedia content, the difference between the two, the Wikimedia and Wikipedia. We'll also explore the world of Wiki. We'll look at the Wikipedia, Wikimedia Commons, Wiktionary, Wiki sources, Wiki books, and some of these Wiki varsities. So we'll also look at how we'll create some accounts for ourselves, Wikipedia accounts. We'll write some articles. We will also edit, and we'll look at how we can upload some of the images to Wikimedia Commons. Next, we will also look at some of the rules and guidelines that guides Wikipedia usage, how we are guided by the policies of Wikipedia when we are writing. And lastly, we'll look at how we are going to relate Wikipedia, Wikimedia Commons, and fact-checking, especially during the elections and when it is also mentioning things to do with gender transformative content related. So those are the contents that we'll look at it today. So let's start briefly with the introduction of Wikipedia. And so maybe before I can, maybe can someone also try to tell us maybe if anyone has any idea you have heard about maybe about Wikipedia. What is Wikipedia? Let's start from you. 2 to 3, then we will be able to proceed. You can also share your opinion or idea on the comment section.
Yes, Wani, is it possible to change your location? The background, there's really noise coming from the background. Is it possible you can change?
Okay, let me see if I...
Yeah, let's just give you 4 minutes to see if you can change the location. Yeah, just try to change. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Wani was trying to ask one, if you already has some idea about Wikipedia, and then two, if at all, you already like I shared earlier the links to create a Wikipedia account. How many of you already have a Wikipedia account? You can do that by writing in the chat box or by raising your hand, and then we can talk about it. Otherwise, Wikipedia is one of the most viewed websites on very many search engines. So that is why when you search a term, when you search a key term on Wikipedia, you realize that if the term is something that's already published on Wikipedia, the Wikipedia results will come first, will rank very first on the search engine, be it Google or Bing, which are some of the most popular search engines. And this means that your content is viewed by a lot of people. So Wikipedia has a lot of viewers. Every now and then, a lot of people view content on Wikipedia. And then, like he said earlier, he will be explaining to you all these things, like who found the Wikipedia. Wikipedia is mostly run by volunteers, so it's really very important. I see Gwen Chwal saying that he already has a Wikipedia account, so that's really good. What is your username? Can you type your username in the chat box? Gwen, your username for your Wikipedia account. Who else? You can, like I said, you can raise your hand as well as yeah. Okay, yeah. So Theophilus is saying this is his first time to come across Wikipedia, and then Charles Andre is saying he's still trying to create. Oh, okay. So you can create later on. I would advise that you create later after the session. So at the moment, you can still just follow the presentation very keenly, and then once it's done, you can do that. But Wikipedia is very, very important in the context of fact checking because it is run by a team of volunteers. So not all information that you get there is a reliable source. So that is why even in fact checking, we do not allow you to use Wikipedia as a reliable source. You have to use other credible sources because Wikipedia is not a credible source, because anyone can edit on Wikipedia. You can edit on Wikipedia. I can edit on Wikipedia. I can remove some. There are some articles that are protected, but majority of the articles are not protected. So anyone can actually edit. Anyone can remove things. Anyone can add things. So we cannot rely on information from a source like that. So in the context of fact checking, in the context of South Sudan, it's very important that all of us look out for content around South Sudan. All of us look around content around gender issues. Later on, we'll look at what information are the political parties putting on Wikipedia, and how can we make sure that we counter this. We need to remove some information that is false from the articles that they are putting on Wikipedia. So that's where all of you come in very handy. If you are joining from a computer, it's usually very easy to actually do multiple taps. So if you're joining from a computer, I'm going to share the link for you to create a Wikipedia account in the chat box, and then you can just click on that and open. You can start creating your Wikipedia account. Like I said, do not use your real name as your username. You can use a nickname of yours so that people cannot know that this is you, because in Wikipedia there's also a lot of here and there. So you need to also be very, very careful when you are dealing with Wikipedia or when you're working on Wikipedia. Yes, Wani, have you changed your location? Yes, Wani, have you changed your location? Your mic is off, if at all you're speaking. Yes, have you changed your location? I see your mic is on now. Can you speak?
Yeah, I said I am now getting you loud and clear. I've changed the location. Is there anyone who is getting me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. So okay. You can proceed, please.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I was asking whether Bida has already briefed you about the Wikipedia. So with Wikipedia, we already know that it is a free and online encyclopedia that one can edit in a good faith, not in a bad faith, okay? But there are always those who always like bringing things up and make, like they have their own intentions. So it was created through a collaborative effort of a community of users group known as the Wikipedians. So the site names comes from the from Wiki. This word Wiki, it is their website name that all the projects under Wikipedia uses this. So it is their server, a server program that enables anyone to edit website, and they can edit the content through their web browsers. So anyone who is registered under the website, under that website, can actually create an article for publications. So Wikipedia purpose is only to to benefit readers by putting information on all the branches of knowledge. So Wikipedia, it is a conjunction of two words, which is wiki and pedia. The wiki, it is like I've already said, it is a website name. Then pedia, it is actually driven from the word encyclopedia. So they cut away all this encyclo, then they took this pedia. That's where it is here, and they joined it to be Wikipedia. So if you see anything to do with wiki, that means they are using this website. They are using that website as in their server as to link other projects, including like Wikimedia. So these are the projects that is all about Wikipedia. So we say encyclopedic articles. Sorry, we say it is continually created and updated. All the contents can actually be updated anytime. From any moment, you can just enter and you log in, and you immediately you can update the information that is there. So we say encyclopedic articles on new events appear within minutes rather than months or years. So because of since anyone can improve Wikipedia, it has become more comprehensive, clear, and balanced than any other encyclopedia. So it has a number of contributors. So its contributors improve the quality and the quantity of the articles, as well as remove misinformation, errors, and vandalisms. So so we already know that Wikipedia is not a reliable source, because we have people who always have their intentions of creating like misinformations. So information that are always in Wikipedia, you find that sometimes they are not credible enough. So that's why it is somehow not trusted. So we say as of August 7, like this year, there are 6,694,384 articles in English Wikipedia versions. That's only in English version. So the English Wikipedia currently has 45 million 730,227 registered users. So the moment you register later, this number will increase. So only a minority of users contribute regularly, with 117,087 users editing in the last 30 days. So there is only a known but relatively large number of unregistered Wikipedians who are also contributing to the site. So there are also people there are a number of contributors who are contributing to Wikipedia, but they are not registered. So Stephen Pruitt is one of the most prolific contributor to the English version of Wikipedia. He has over 2.5 million edits under his credit. So there are more than 32 million active editors across all the languages versions of Wikipedia. So Wikipedia has versions in 321 different languages. So English Wikipedia has the most articles, with 6,694,384 articles. So followed by Cebuano and Swedish. So these are the languages that are topping the list of the Wikipedia languages. So let's look at Wikimedia Commons introduction. We said it is a media repository that provides a central location for freely licensed images, sounds, or other media files. So it is a project of Wikimedia Foundation. It was founded on 7 September 2004. The repository is created and maintained by volunteers and contains over 95 million free use media files. So these are the number of users, the number of files that are already there, and the number of volunteers. So files from Wikipedia Commons, Wikimedia Commons can be used across all the Wikipedia projects in all the languages. So including Wikipedia, Wikivoyage, we have Wikisource, Wikiquotes, Wiktionary, we have the Wikiversity. So all those projects under Wikimedia Foundation. So Wikimedia Commons uses the same wiki sites. This is the website that I've already said that when you see anything to do with the wiki, that means it is under the project, under the Wikimedia Foundation. So they are using this as their website. So we already know that with wiki, it is a site that anyone can edit, improve, and write, publish an article. So people are asking the difference between Wikimedia and Wikipedia. So we said Wikimedia, it is a collective broader organization or movement that implements the projects of the Wikimedia Foundation. Then for the Wikipedia, Wikipedia is now the project itself that is being implemented by any organization under the Wikipedia. So we have different Wikimedia Foundation or organizations, like the South Sudan Wikimedia Community User Group. We have in Uganda, we have in Rwanda, and we have in Nigeria. So any country can form their organization using the wiki. So it becomes like it can be funded by Wikimedia Foundation. So all the projects of Wikipedia, of Wikimedia Foundation, can be implemented by these organizations. So let's try to explore the world of wiki. So we say, what is wiki? I've already said it is a wiki. Wiki is a website whose users can add, modify, or delete any content via their web browsers using a simplified markup language. So these websites are developed collaboratively by a community of user groups. So this one will allow users to edit and add contents to the projects. Like the one for South Sudan, we as the community user group, anyone who has registered can also can access and be able to add like any content that they have, and we can also be able to track their records, like how many edits you have made so far. Like each day you put your content, it can be easily tracked. So these are some of the projects under Wikipedia that are being implemented by these Wikimedia organizations. We have the Wikipedia itself, which is a free, collaborative, multilingual internet encyclopedia supported by non-profit Wikimedia Foundation, which is the mother organization based in Australia. So it has its million articles have been written collaboratively by a group of volunteers around the world. And almost all of its articles can be edited by anyone with access to the site. It has become the largest, most popular general reference work on the internet, ranking as the 6th most popular website on internet. It has been estimated that Wikipedia receives 2.7 million monthly page views. So this is like every month they receive like an article that people always visit, view that kind of articles. They always receive like this number, 2.7 views. The next Wikipedia project, the Wikimedia project is the Wikimedia Commons, which is always like they use a short form to be commons. So this site is an online repository or a site that can store images or videos or music files, any kind of file. So the scope of the material uploaded to the site is limited to educational materials that is available under the free license. Photographs of your family are not the scope of Wikimedia Commons. However, does have a good collection of historical public domains, such as the photos of wildlife, the nature, the photography, any kind of photos that can be, even including buildings and architectural features. The next one is the another project is what we call the Wiktionary. So this is it is just like an internet dictionary. So we already, the name it is also a conjunction of two words, wiki, which is the website, and then the dictionary is it is the short form from dictionary. So they cut out the dic, then they took the last words. So it is just like an online dictionary which can be created by anyone, and it has grown beyond a standard of dictionary, and now include like the thesaurus, the rhyme, the guide, the phrases, books, and even languages statistics. So the site aims to include not only the definition of the word, like even including the etymology, how the word come to existence. So they always put that description there in Wiki Dictionary. The next one is what we call the wiki source. It is just like a library. It is an online library, but it's a growing free content library of sources, text, as well as translations of source text. If you have a word that you need to make some translation, so that is where you can use this as their site, and you'll be able to add your words. So we have the wiki books. This is only for focusing on collecting published materials outside of the wiki projects. So we have another one, which is the Wikiversity. Wikiversity, it is also a conjunction of two words, the wiki, which is the website, and then varsity. Varsity, it is the short form from the university. So instead of using it like, they only made it like Wikiversity, it is just a place of learning. So it is a course or self-learning place. So that is the other Wikimedia projects include the wiki species. Those who are like those who studied sciences, you are doing like all forms of species. Those who are familiar with species, animal species, plant species, the fungi, bacteria. So all those ones you can, like, if you have because there are some species that do exist in maybe in Australia, but they are not existing here. There are those who are existing here, but they are not there. So if you know any of which is like here, you can be able to do your search and compile all your report and input. You upload it. People will be able to view it and also know how know information about it. So we have the Wiki News. This is a site for news that is always written by Wikipedians authors. Then we have the Wiki Quotes. This is only for quotes. If you have developed your own quotation, like you have a quote that you feel like it should also be viewed by people, you can also log into the website of WikiQuote. Then you upload your quote. It can be reviewed, and people might be able to review it. So the Wikiversity, I've already explained, it is a self-learning tools and over different courses. Before we go to creating of our accounts, maybe I can take some 2 questions, if there is any, if I told there is any. So that is a brief background about the Wikipedia and Wikimedia and its projects. If I thought that you have any question, you can maybe forward it, or you can inbox it. Meanwhile, GB, if you are there, you can also help me maybe track some of the questions in case if there is anyone who is asking. Are we all okay here?
But it's not as long as they come out.
Okay, it's okay. The next one, let's look at creating of Wikipedia accounts. So these are the steps that you will always use for creating your wiki accounts. So Wikipedia has been described as one of the encyclopedia that anyone can edit, and most cases doing so requires nothing more than visiting the sites, selecting edits, and making your changes. So having a wiki account will always give you the ability to create new articles, upload files, and edit articles. So in addition, through the use of the one log on, your wiki accounts can be one of your wiki accounts can be applied to all the Wikipedia projects, including Wikipedia, Wikimedia Commons, the Wiktionary, the Wikisource, the Wikiversity, the Wikibooks, the Wikiquotes, all the wiki kind of things. You can use only one single account to log into all those projects. The moment you create one account, that is enough to apply for all the for all those projects. So these are, for example, let me start by doing this. If you are already on your browser, this is your browser. So what you will do, you type Wikipedia, wikipedia.org. Then this is where it will bring you. Then you click on that site. This is the interface that it will always take you. So this is Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. These are the number of the languages that are. So these are the languages that are used for writing Wikipedia articles. So you have seen this is English, and these are the number of articles that are under English. We have the Spanish. These are the number of articles that are in that language. So you're going to select the language that you're going to use. You will prefer in writing it. If this one is Arabic, you can also click on this, and it will take you to the version of Arabic. So for us, I prefer always English, so I will click English. So for it to take me to the English version. So this is the interface that Wikipedia it will take you when you click it. So here there are two things. You can either create an account, a new account, or you can create, or you can log in. If you're already having an account, including all the details of the credentials, you can log in from from the interface here. So if you are new, this is where you are going to click. You can create account. So this is the interface that it will always take you. These are the things. It is just like when you're opening your any of your social media account, Facebook, or Twitter or LinkedIn. You're just going to look at it. You use your username that you always prefer. You put some of this password. You can confirm. So those ones are going to be yours. So this is as we speak from today. These are the number of the edits that are so far been made. So these are the number of articles, and these are the number of recent contributors to the Wikipedia. We have the number of edits. We have 1,164,775,242 edits. With these edits are created out of the 6,695,528 articles. So these are the number of recent contributors. We have the 115,329 recent contributors. So if you have entered all your details, including your captcha, so you can confirm your captcha from here. This is the captcha. You enter that kind of I don't know how to describe that, but you can enter that captcha, and then you can click on create your account. So up to there, since you can enter your details later. Then as for me, I already have an account. you can just log in. So here we go. This is the interface that it has brought us here. I think these are already done with this explanation, even including here, creating your account, entering the captcha. So, like after you have created your account, this is the congratulatory message that they will always send you, like, congratulations, you now have a wiki account. You can write your username and password down somewhere safe so that you don't forget it. You'll also be directed to the screen below. So you will notice that following the new links available at the top right corners of your screen. So what they mean is this, like these are the message that they will always send. Welcome to Wikipedia. So with this, this is your account, and this is a notification bell, or what we call the alerts, where you're going to receive, if there is any congratulatory message, you'll find it here. And this is your notices. You'll always, if there is information that the talk bag or something like that. So this is where you're going to the sandbox. Then we have your contributions. You can also find them here. If you made even a single edit, you can always find it here. And you can be able to log out. After you're done with your editing, you can be able to log out from here. So if you, this is the home page, this is the user page. Whenever you wanted to edit, you make sure you have to come on your user page. If you don't have any, you need to create one, and you make all your edits from that side. This is the top page. You can be able to interact with other contributors through the top page. So so we are now on creating user page. So with creating user page, you come to this. I hope you guys are following. This is where you're going to click, leave the home page, you come to user page. You click on that. So this is where it will always bring you. So you make sure, they say you will always, you will now be able to take your time to that. You will now be taken to a page with a form where you can create your user page, and always make sure, feel free to write a bit about yourself. Make some brief description about yourself on the user page. So this is the sample that I am already having. I've already put my user page name. This is one user. Then a brief description about myself. I am a Wikipedia editor, something like that. I am also contributing to this. Yeah, you just put some brief about yourself. So let me take you through the interface of Wikipedia page. So for example, maybe you wanted to make some edits. This is the search bar. This is the search bar, and this we have the home page, the user page. We have the top page. Then here you only read. This is where it says read. You're only reading. You'll never edit if you're in this tab. So when you want to edit, you make sure you come to this page where it says edit, and you can be able to, if you click on it, you'll be able to edit some of those articles. This one, you can also view the history, what you have done, what article has been improved. You can also look at your history, what you have done. Any single, whether you have added a comma or a period or something like a dot or something, anything, you'll be able to find it in the view history. Let me take. Let me assume we have. We wanted to edit something like a page for Yolanda Awel. So here we are. This is the page of Yolanda Awel. So we look at the background information, like Yolanda Awel is a South Sudanese politician who is currently the Minister of Health in the South Sudan Transitional Government of National Unity. So as for the year 2022, so you can also put, this one is for 2022, you can come and edit. You wanted to make it to be 2023 because she has not yet been fired. So you can come to edit. You can change here and you put like 2023 as for the year 2023. If you have also any information regarding her education background, you can also come and add, and you put a link, or you can cite the information. So this is the appointment. She was appointed by President in March 2022 through the ticket of the SPLM-IO, replacing Elizabeth Achue. So these are the information. If you have any information that you might feel like you wanted to add, you can also put on that information, and you'll be able to cite the information. So this is the paragraphs. This is always good when you are maybe, this is the background, like you have seen how the text is, the text look like. The text look like, we have this for how the heading, we're going to play around with this for heading, papers, editing. So we have the sub-heading. So then you can also bold, you can also make the text italic, and you can also remove some of these characters. For those who are doing chemistry, there is what we call the superscript and the subscript, where you find the water is written with H2, the 2 is always down, then in a small letter, yeah, something like that. So you can also use, these are the superscript and the subscript. So these are the one that if you also wanted to strike and add maybe a text through, so you can use this. You can, like you are underlining or something, you just cancel a text. This is where you're going to apply the strike through. So you can also add the underline word if you wanted to. So this link, this is what we call, you can insert a link. Like after you have said, after you have written that, for instance, you have written like Yolanda Will was appointed through a presidential decree by this. Where did you get your information from? If it is from a website, you can also copy the link for the website and you put it here. For example, let's look at anything, if there is anything concerning Yolanda Will. Make sure your source is a secondary sources. We always publish information that has been published by reputable, recognized, and trusted media houses, not Facebook, not YouTube, not any of the social media handles. You only look for credible media houses that has website. BBC was, SSBC is supposed to be one of the best, but the problem, they don't have a website. They only do broadcasting, something like that. Radio Miraya is doing the same. Much of it, they rely on the audio, the audio boom. So, and then I think it is, yeah, we have information here from the radio community. Yeah, you can click on their link, their website, you go and see where it has mentioned Yolanda Wildeng. So there is this where it says who is the new South Sudan National Minister of Health. So this is the article about Yolanda Will, and you have already gotten some information about it. So you go to the website, to the link, you click and you copy the link from there, you take it to, you go back to, you go back to your article. This is where you're going to copy and paste it. You paste the article there. This is where you're going to insert. You click insert, and it will generate for you a link. So that is how you are supposed to send. Like if you see this, you've seen those numbers that indicates 1, 2. Like after reading, they will always put number one, number 2, number 3, something like that. Those are the number of citation, or what we call the links that have already, that indicates that the information was gotten from this. So you can, if you wanted to also, this is for referencing, you can also click on that number 1, you will find that the information, where did you get it, is from iRadio. So you can click on that. According to the headline of that link, it says Minister Yolanda blames poor health services on poor funding. So you can also go and click on that link, you go and read. That's always good for review. So if you see this where it is indicating blue, like South Sudan is blue, that means it is, this is where it indicates that it is something that has already been published. So any information that has been, it has like blue kind of writing, it is information that Wikipedia has article on it. So I think that is about link and citations. So these are the bulletins. If you wanted to put your information in like on bulletin points, or you wanted to put on numbering, yeah, you can also click on this. Let me take you to this. This is what we call the symbols. This is for symbols. This indicates like there are characters that are not on the keyboard, on your computers, or on your phones. So those you will find those characters on the symbols. So like you're seeing this. These ones are not on your keyboard. So you will only see them, you will find them on symbols. When you click on this where it says insert, this includes where you wanted to insert an image and you want to attach an image to an article. This is where you're going to put it. So these templates simply indicates when you wanted, mostly it is used like for staff articles. A staff article is any article that has not, that is infant, that has not reached the maximum number of words or sentence that can be be approved to be an article, but they can approve it because it has maybe a relevant references, citations, and they will always give you that it is an staff article, and you will be able to modify. You can work with other collaborators, editors, to work on this, and you'll be able to improve on the article. So when you click on this, it is just like, so that is about inserting image and and putting a staff article. So when you are done with all your information, that is where you will come to publish. So this published, it doesn't mean it will have to go live on Wikipedia, but it has to go to the editors, the Wikipedia editors. They have to go and review the article, whether it has met the criteria of our Wikipedia, whether it has obeyed the policies and guidelines guiding Wikipedia writing content creation policies. So if it has, maybe it has violated any, they will still write back to you, and you will find on your notification that, hey, your article, maybe the person you are trying, or the article you're trying to create did not meet the criteria to have a Wikipedia articles. Maybe because of lack of enough citation, or there is not enough references for us to approve your article to go live on Wikipedia website. So they will always give you the feedback, and they will advise you always to maybe improve on your article, or based on what they feel it is lacking on your article. And if you could not do it within a period of 6 months, they will be able to delete that article. And if they mistakenly publish it and later other editors review it, they will remove that article from from Wikipedia website, and they will delete it. So that is about the content. Till this far, maybe if there is any question, maybe before I proceed, you can ask. So that is about page, visual source, and something like that. More so, maybe additionally, make sure your page is on what we call any question you can ask.
Yes, I have 2 questions. One is, what is the difference between the Wikipedian manual style and Wikipedian common manual? I already shared before, but no answers.
The difference between Wikipedia and Wikimedia.
Yes.
Wikipedia, it is a project. It is a project, one of the projects of Wikimedia Foundation that can be implemented by Wikimedia. So Wikimedia is an organization that implements these projects. You got the difference. The difference is that Wikipedia, it is a project. Then Wikimedia, it is an organization that implements the project, which is the Wikipedia. So this Wikimedia can be an organization based on the location, whether it can be of a country, like we have the Wikimedia Community User Group of South Sudan, we have the one for Uganda, we have the one for Rwanda. All those organizations implement Wikimedia Foundation projects, which includes the Wikipedia itself, the Wikimedia Commons. We have the Wikiversity, the the Wikisource, the Wikispecies. I have already mentioned variety of them to you there. Those are projects that can be implemented by these organizations. I hope I have answered you. Maybe if there is anything that you may need more clarification.
Other question is, what are the guidelines for contributing the Wikipedians?
Okay, we will get to, it is still ahead, we will get to it. So I am still taking you through.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is Nicholas, and I don't know whether you are actually fitting me well, because it seems my network is not stable.
I'm getting you loud and clear. You can proceed.
Okay. Thank you very much. And maybe briefly, can you highlight, if you maybe have some reasons why this Wikipedia is actually allowing maybe giving access for everyone to edit, and how important is the Wikipedia maybe compared to some other social media agents such as Facebook and some other media agents? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question. The reason why they are allowing anyone who have access to Wikipedia site to edit is because, one, they wanted to increase the visibility of articles online. Many people secondly, it is being done as a voluntary job, so no one is being paid for it. So they allow you to do it at your free pace, but as long as you can follow the guidelines, they will still make sure the information that is created it is in accordance with the policies of content creation of Wikipedia. So they give you anyone to edit because they also wanted to know about, most of these contributors, they are based outside the country continent. Most of them are in Australia, like in Europe. So they have little information about like let's take for instance South Sudan. Many people have little information about South Sudan because there is no much information that can be found online regarding South Sudan. So if you ask me right now, there is someone who just he wrote to me. He was asking, who like giving me like the former minister of the Minister of Finance. They are still relying on Salvador Garang Mabel. So they are not aware how many people have been like relieved and how many people have come in. So they are still relying on that information. So Wikipedia editors give you the freedom so that if there is any changes, anyone can rush and be able to edit this information like that. So as long as it does not maybe offend anyone online. So the difference that it is between Wikipedia and social media handles is that Wikipedia is a website. Okay, they say it is not trustworthy. Yes, it is true, it is not trustworthy, but the information that they get there, it is like a stepping stone. It gives you a clue that you can start from. It is just like a startup information. You'll be able to proceed from there. You can now make your research based on information that you get on Wikipedia. So it is, you have let me say, journalists always look at, maybe they find information on social media circulating. They will not immediately rush and write about it. Instead, they will make sure that information becomes like a hint, like it is where they will start investigation from. So they will contact some sources to confirm whether the information is credible or not. So Wikipedia is also the same. So it gives you, much as they say it is not trustworthy, but it has credible information that it gives you, like, you can start from from there, and you can make some more research. You can consult the experts in the field. Maybe if it is things to do with science, you can consult the researchers, so you can start your investigation from there. So it is a very good site to start your investigation. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let me proceed. I'll give you maybe room for more questions afterward. We have already seen that I said when you are editing, your page has to be in what we call the visual edits. It has to be on visual edit side, not on source, because with source, and just give me a minute. Just want to show you something. Okay, what I wanted to show you is this. When your page, it should be on what we call the visual editing side. Don't put it on what we call the source side, because with source side it is scattered and it is only the computer. Those who are expert in web designing, like it is in markup language, what we call the HTML kind of system. So the preview you have seen how it is scattered. The information looks more scattered when it is on source, when it is on source. So you make sure you put it on visual editing. So with visual editing, this is where people who are just common computer users like us, we can be able to use. But when it is on source view, it is only people who are like the web editors who are much familiar with the HTML languages, the markup, the Python. So they are the one to use it. That was the thing that I wanted to show you. Now let's proceed. I've already explained this, the citations and linking information. The top page, we have already, this is the top page. It is like, this provides a space for editors to discuss changes that has been made. Like this is where another editor or contributor can be able to write to you, and you can able to get the notification from here. So that is about editing articles. Now let's come to the basic rules for editing. In editing, so one, we say we believe in brave and friendly space. The goal of this session is to create an encouraging space for collective learning. This requires intentional behavior, wherein participants are conscious of and accountable for the effect of their statement and actions on others. So we respect our experience and experience of others as well, and recognize that we can't do the work without without others. So it is a collaborative work. No, people cannot just only do like it is a work of maybe this and so and so. That it is a work of everyone. So we can't do the work without others. So we agree that we agree to hold each other accountable to foster a brave and friendly space. So these are the guidelines, Wikipedia guidelines. One, make sure you stay neutral. All Wikipedia articles must be written from the neutral point of view. So they should represent significant views fairly. So Wikipedia outlined these rules for editing in both what we call the 5 pillars and their content, their core content policies. So the question is, how do you stay neutral? One, avoid stating opinions as facts and stating facts as opinion. Doing things like vice versa. It is what they always look at it as you are misusing the guidelines. So secondly, avoid use of judgmental language. For example, after writing, you say, you just put your conclusion that according to you, this guy is a thief. So without providing any evidence. So this one, they will use like you're using a judgmental language without provide, you did not get any information. So when you are putting it, make sure you present facts fairly. So make sure you also indicate the relative prominence of opposing views. One guy who is always known for controversies is Peter Mayan Majombi. So this guy has been a controversial guy, and he has featured a number of articles on this number of websites of credible media houses. So when you are presenting like his opinion, when you're writing his article, make sure you put what he has always, when you are written everything about him, make sure you also present those opposing views, where he always go contrary to what he has always said. So I remember when he was, when he said, okay, I think he was opposed by when he began the issue with his wife. I think they've fallen apart at some point. So those ones you can also put it. Those are controversial issues. So secondly, what we call maintain verifiability. In Wikipedia, verifiability means that people reading and editing the encyclopedia can check that information that comes from a reliable source. So make sure, like when you are citing or referencing, so people will be able to make sure they click on that link to verify your information, your claims, whether it is true or not. So make sure to attribute your content to a reliable published source. We have already talked about it. So how can you maintain verifiability? So one, practice by adding references and citations to the existing articles instead of starting new ones. So this way, you'll get comfortable with including verified materials that come from reliable sources. So third, make sure there is no originality. With Wikipedia, we don't do what we call research. We are not doing journalism. We are doing what journalists have already put on papers on their website, yeah, where media houses have already published. We go and get when they are already ready. So Wikipedia does not publish original thoughts or original research. All materials must be linked to a reliable published source. This is not journalism or criticism or scholarship. It is an encyclopedia, and you know, with encyclopedia, it contains a number of information under one like booklet. So, for example, a real life example. Let's say you're writing a paper that is not yet published about maybe Mabior Garan. So, who is also one of the, he's always, I think he's a public figure, of course. So if you can support the, like your writing with published articles or books, you will not, even if he's a public figure, you will not include it in Wikipedia pages. I remember one editor also wrote about the current acting mayor, Emmanuel Khamis, who was when he was still the commissioner, I think. So after publishing, he was actually after writing the story, the article, it was published, but later they rebooked the decision. They deleted the article from website. So they say, according to them, the person is not qualified to have a Wikipedia article because by then it was not properly covered by the reputable media houses. So you see, they will always publish it by mistake, or I mean, they published it, but they will also go and review it, and later they make decision and they can delete your content from going live. So lastly but not the least, do not promote your parts. This one, do not promote your maybe your buddies, your friends. It might be tempting to work with a topic you are directly involved. So, but if you think you might have a conflict of interest, don't create an article. Editors should never write about themselves or where they work. So, for example, you work for DeFi Head now, and you notice problems with it Wikipedia page. You will not edit the page. Instead, you might suggest changes on its top page. You can recommend to someone. It is all more or less the same like for a journalist. Maybe you're part of the story. You cannot write the story yourself. Or maybe if you are the story is more linked to you, or you maybe to your family or something, you don't have to write the article about it, but you have to recommend to someone or suggest to someone to take on the story, because it might temper with with the conflict of interest. One, you might end up writing with emotions or something like that. So you might put everything to be in favor. So do not temper with that. So you are advised not to promote your friends. Like when you're writing for maybe I'm writing for awake awake attack. Since he's my friend, I would say, ah, awake is one of the best guy. So is there anything that can show me show others that he's the best? Nothing. But because he's my friend, I know that he's the best. But there is nothing that can support that claim that he is the best. So finally, I think use reliable sources. Like we have already said, your sources should be published, should be secondary, published, or tertiary sources. So any information that Wikipedia takes, it is a published materials that that have already been published by media houses, not on Facebook, not on YouTube or any of the social media handles. So it has to be on website, a recognized website. So your best bet is to use academic and peer-reviewed publications. So finally, make sure your article test notability. Article topics need to be verified by reliable sources. They should meet Wikipedia notability guidelines, where they say it has received a significant coverage. That means many media houses have maybe covered about it, wrote about it, and yeah, they like that. It will seems like it has received a significant coverage. So one caution is that just because something doesn't pass this guideline doesn't mean it's not important. No, this guideline reinforce structural racism and sexism. The histories of Black and brown people, queer and trans folks, and etc. have often not received significant coverage. So there is issue with the segregative kind of coverage when they are doing, when they are writing about some topics. So know your stuff. I have touched something about with the reliable source, let me bring you back. It is not only about website or something. You can also use books. There is what we call, in books, there is what we call the ISBN. It is what we call International Standard Book Number. It is always written behind there with barcodes. Those numbers there, you can also use them to, and you can also cite using that ISBN number. So including the page, the name of the authors, and the year of publications, the media, the publication house. So it has to be it has to be published by well-known publication house. Not these pamphlets are not allowed because they don't have ISBN number. So they always allow, when you're citing sources using books, you can use the ISBN. So with a staff article, we say a staff article is an article that, while providing some useful information, the article is still too short to provide full view of the subject. So if a staff has little verifiable information, or if it has subjects, or if subjects doesn't have notability, it may be deleted or merged into another article. So if they find that the article has like, if they realize that the article is more similar to other article, they can easily merge the article or delete, they can merge to other articles. So if it's not, maybe they are not comfortable with it, that's the use of the editors, they can delete. Or they suggest for you to improve on the article and something like that. For you to create, let's look at creating new articles. With creating new articles, you always have to make sure you are on your user page, and you go to your, make sure you also do some research before going to write about it. Maybe, for example, you wanted to write about the current acting mayor, maybe Emmanuel Khamis Richard. So we have website that have already published. We have the Catholic Radio Network website has published about him, and we have the City Reviews has also published about it. Others are now Facebook, which you cannot rely on. Even LinkedIn, it is not. Number One Citizen has also Number One Citizen has also published about him, even Radio Tamazuz. So those are credible information. That means you will be able to write it comfortably. So you can also come to Wikipedia and search Emmanuel Khamis if there is any article about Emmanuel Khamis. So if you see an article that, like, okay, if you see the article has if the article is red, that means it has no article on Wikipedia. But if it is blue, that means it has an article. So let's look at this. Okay, it has already been published. He has already an article about it. So with that, you don't waste your time. You go for another thing, because if you waste your time, it is either your article merged together with this, or they can delete it because it is not. Or you can just, what you do, you can go and edit. Let's look at Silver X. I don't know whether it's real name. This artist always uses different names. He also has an article. So whenever you, for example, if this is a, let me say, wake attack. So wake attack has no article. So if it says the page wake attack does not exist, you can create a draft and submit it for review. Or you may also create the page directly. So if you click on this, you click on wake attack, it will bring you this. So this is where you're going to start your writing. So you can, after maybe writing something about him, you can also highlight, you put your, if you wanted to put it as a heading, yeah, something like that, maybe a background information. Something like that. So you can highlight this and maybe you can put it as a headline. Yeah, and then you continue your writing.
Excuse me, madam. I need to say something, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you. This is Orayo. I think I've heard a notification that recording is stopped. I think because the session was also on YouTube, and I think it has also been recorded. But I heard it saying that the recording is stopped. I don't know if it is a technical problem or the technicians are aware about that.
This one maybe GB can ask.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so for example, you have already, this is the, maybe you're saying this is the background information about the person you wanted to write, work attack, he is a journalist or something like that. You type all your things here, and you go to the website where maybe where you get your information from. So that is, for example, if you say you got the information from maybe you say you claim it is from Cathedral Network. This is just an example. It is not true. Okay? So, for example, you copy this. So when you wanted to cite this, you can come to this. Then so for example, you wanted to cite this, where you got the information from, you come to this. Then here, there are always three things. One, we have the automatic, then we have the manual, and we have the reuse. This one is for website, this one is for books. When you're using, you're citing using books, using the ISBN. So you have to click here, then it will also indicate whether you're using book, a journal, or something like that, when you will be able to provide information. So since we are using website, I can just insert the link here. So then I say insert. You have seen, this is where it will say this is the information is gotten from here. So it will indicate the name of the website. This is from the Cathedral Network or something like that. So then you continue. If there is also any information that has also mentioned, you can also put it there. So I think that is all about writing new article. And after that, you can now come to what we call publish. It will ask what describe what you have changed. You can say I have added an article, or I have drafted a new article, or you can say I have added a description of something. So if it is a new article that you have written, you say I have drafted a new article. Then you publish the page, and that is all. Maybe we proceed. Okay. Now, assuming you have already written much information about this gentleman, so you wanted maybe to put a photo of him alongside the article. So what you'll do, you go to what we call this plus sign. It is called insert. So when you click on it, you can say maybe you wanted to, like I've already told you, you click on the images and media. So that is where you get the image. So for example, you wanted to, since the information, we have already know that the information we have put here is very limited. It's very small to be considered by Wikipedia. Wikipedia editors that it is an article, you make it as a stub article. So what you will do, you come to this, you come to your templates, and you say, you search for stub. So this is, you click on this stub and you insert. So here it will tell you that this article is a stub. You can help Wikipedia by expanding it. That means it gives anyone who like any Wikipedia editor who has an information about the topic or that individual to come and also add information. So you can now go to your, maybe you can go to your image and you go to search for, maybe if, for example, if you have already, maybe in, I already have some, if you have some photos that you have uploaded recently, you can get them here. But if you don't have, you can go to upload. So that is where this one will be under WikiCommons later. So then after that, you can publish. Now let's go to, so there is one information here. It says, a staff article that it says editors follow different rules to identify staff articles. Some says that an article with less than 10 sentences or less than 1,500 words is not long enough to be considered as an article and will be deemed a staff. So if maybe they are not comfortable with it, they also have the right to delete it if you are not able to expand. Then I've already shown you, you can publish it. This is where you can publish it. You can also save your work. So that is all about Wikipedia. Now we are coming to Wikimedia Commons. This is, we said Wikimedia Commons is a media file repository making available public domain and freely licensed educational media content, like the images, the sounds, the video clips. So this is only to store those kind of things. So it allows contributors to freely upload and share media works that have educational values with the wider community. So Wikipedia Commons has over 12 million media files. All the media uploaded all the files are uploaded to Wikimedia Commons. So and must be available under what we call the free license. So this means that each and every file can be used by anybody for any purpose, including commercial use. Wikimedia Commons encourages copyright holders to license their files under the Creative Commons license and does not use non-commercial. So creative Wikimedia clauses, as they are too restrictive, and files under these licenses are not permitted. Using files from Wikimedia Commons can usually enhance the content in your Wikipedia articles. So some of the steps of uploading a Wikimedia file to Wikimedia Commons, you can also log on into your website using your account, one single account, that for the one for Wiki website. So, for example, you have this. You go to your you also log on to what we call the Wikipedia. For example, this is your Wikipedia. The projects are always down here. You can click any. This is the one. So we have the wiki, the commons. You click on it. So you are logged in. You can use your same account. So with uploading Wikipedia files, you log onto your Wikimedia Commons using your wiki accounts. So you can click on the wiki upload files. After that, it will bring you to this interface. Let me take you to this. So for example, you're already here, Wikimedia Commons. So you can click on this where it says, because here we have the images, the sounds, the videos, and upload. You can click on upload. Click on upload. So these are some of them. They will say, what can I upload to Wikimedia Commons, something like that. Those are not important. These are some of the guidelines, what you are supposed to do, and the do's and the don'ts. So when you are done, then you can just say next. You click on next. So here it will bring you to what we call it, select the media files to share. So if it is on your desktop, you can click here. You can also go and go to your files and you can drop it here. For example, let me take this. I have some photos here. Okay. You can as well select multiples of them. Then you can upload. So it is still uploading the 3 files. Okay, like this, it has uploaded successful. What you can do, you say continue. So this one, it brings you to the issue of licensing and copyright information. So it says this site requires you to provide copyright information for this work to make sure everyone can legally reuse them. So one option says these files are my own work. The other one says these files are not my own work. The other one says provide copyright information for each file individually on next page. So they with Wikipedia, they advise you to always provide free usage of your info, your article, your photos or your files. So what you do, you say these files are my own work. So it will give you, like it says, it gives you some declaration. They say I, then they mention the name of your user page, or yeah, then they will say the copyright holders of this work irrevocably grant anyone the right to use this work under the Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike. So this one, it means you are giving anyone the access and the freedom, the copyright to use your file without demanding for the copyright. So you click on next. So here they will require you to give a title to the image. Maybe you can just say South Sudan Wikimedia users. So they will also ask for me. I will always copy this and take it to the next picture because I don't have time later. You also paste it here. Maybe you put this one S1 so that they don't collide with that one. You also bring it here. You paste it here. You maybe put this one to be 2. So here, that is not enough. They will say you provide some description of your page. What are they doing? Say maybe South Sudan Wikimedia users conducting training. Conducting training. You can also copy the same and you put it to the next. So, like that, we are good to go. You can now come down You can also add maybe, you can add category, maybe education. If it is about education, or it can be also about, if it is under the category of maybe you can put Wikipedia, or maybe environment, anything. Okay, yes. So you can add those, then you say published files. So here we are. The files have already been uploaded successfully. They are still loading. Meanwhile, as they are still loading, I wanted to know if there is any question so that I can answer it right away. So we are okay. We just upload our. So like that, we have already uploaded. So we go to so for example, we wanted to add the photo to an article about so for example, we have this article about education in South Sudan. This is a South Sudan spelling bee winners for 2022. So since it is also about this, I decided to also add something here. So if, for instance, you wanted to add a photo here, so you can come to click, then you come to what you call the files. You come here, you come to your image. So these are the photos that I have uploaded. It will definitely come to this. So you can put one and you upload. So Wikimedia users, training, students. You can insert. So you have seen. So like that, it has already put it there. Then you say publish. It will ask you to describe what you have changed. You just say, I have added a photo. I have added a photo. Then it is a minor edit. You can just put, you say publish. So it is already live now. So that is all about adding a photo. We have already gone through this. So we have added a photo to an article. I think including the images and the copyrights information. So up to there, that is all about writing articles for Wikipedia and uploading photos to WikiCommons. Maybe before we proceed to the next, the last final content, maybe let me take if there is any question regarding this.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is Nicholas once again. I just want to know something, maybe what is the recommended word? Maybe recommended word should be used when maybe doing a story on Wikipedia.
They are not exactly recommended words, but you already know that what you have to do is you make sure it has to be fair. So what they don't want to use is like when you're exaggerating information, like very is the maybe very good, best. If it's good, just say it is good. He has done better or something like that. Don't hype something. Yeah. So don't make it worst. Like he's the worst. He's the poorest. Those things they don't take this. Just make it fair. Maybe is maybe he cannot do this. Maybe he cannot afford. Not that he's the poorest. He cannot afford this. You can say he was he topped the list, or he became he was announced the best according to this. You also have to give the responsibility to the sources that you got the information from. So there is no, he's the best, he's very good, according to who, if they ask. So that is those like when you're using information on Wikipedia, you make sure it has to be relatively fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe something else before we do the last. Okay, if there is no, then let's go to.
Yeah, I have learned to put across. To do, am I audible enough, please?
Yeah,
Are
sure.
you getting me? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting
All
you
right,
live.
that's great. All right. Well, about editing, of course, I know if I have an account and one of my colleagues also is having an account, I believe they can be able to, edit what I publish, like my article. So, is there possibilities of putting it as the final work for it not to be edited again, or any work on? Yeah, I hope you got my point. Or does it mean any article is editable throughout the throughout lifetime of the publisher?
Okay, one thing for an article to be there are articles that can be edited, there are articles that cannot be edited. The articles that can be edited, the articles that can be edited by senior editors only. So it is restricted. Like if you try the one for Pope Francis or you try the one for Lionel Messi, you will not edit. I will not edit. But it is only top editors who can edit, who have access to edit it. Secondly, for you to start, like for you to edit, it also depends on, okay, like ours here, you can edit. You're allowed to edit any article because what we are writing here, most of our topics are not properly covered. They did not receive like wider coverage, so they have little information. So we always have a staff article. Staff articles, these are articles that have limited information. So you might be having little information about it, and somebody might have little information about it. So it gives that person access so that they can modify the article. Then one thing that I forgot to tell you is that for you to start writing an article, you must have made at least 10 edits, or your account has stayed like 3 days old. So you can be able to write an article. But if you are still like you started, you created your account today, you make sure you start making your edits, like you start doing your editing until it reaches like 10 edits or it is 3 days old. That's when you have the access to be able to write. I draft a new article, say draft new article. I think that's all. I believe I have answered you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. So let me now do the final so that because we are coming to the end of this. So how Wikipedia and Wikimedia Commons are checking elections and gender transformative content are related. So these 5 topics are related in various ways. You know, Wikipedia, it is a platform where information is shared and created by a community of volunteers. It serves as a source of information on various topics, including elections and gender transformative contents. So I am sure with the upcoming elections, people will begin to write about some politicians, either they wanted to degrade, like they wanted to use kind of misinformation that would be put online. So it is now for us to start monitoring this information that would be put on Wikipedia and be able to clarify that kind of misinformation that will be put on Wikipedia. With Wikimedia Commons, you know, it is also closely related to Wikipedia and serves as a source of media contents. Some people will, you know, there are people who can edit using, they can edit photos using Photoshop, and they will put online that claiming something has happened, like the same, like what they will always put on social media. They will put on social media. So with maybe they would put information that so and so, you know how they always implicate images, claim that will, like, I don't know, maybe they wanted to degrade the reputation of somebody or a politician or something like that, that so and so has already maybe this area has voted all for this guy. So these are maybe without even much verification, people think, it is true. We saw it on Wikipedia. Many people are like, they were all going, they were saying they are supporters of so and so. So these are information that sometimes the Wikipedia, the users, the journalists, the fact checkers, and Wikipedia writers will always have to make sure they monitor this kind of information. So it also contains images related to elections or gender transformative content. You know, you write something about gender transformation, and you you attach a photo, something like that. And others will always put photos that sometimes they do not depict what the content reflects. So then and then with fact checking is now, we know that it is now to verify the accuracy of the info of the claims made in the articles. So it is now the fact checkers to be able to investigate and evaluate the sort of content put on Wikipedia. So yeah, that's why we are trying to like incorporate Wikipedia to 211 check, so that the fact checkers also be able to edit some of those fake news uh, on Wikipedia. And also journalists also do play a vital role in in this information sharing. So we have also elections. We say during elections there is often a significant amount of information and misinformation. This can be disinformation or misinformation circulating, including fake news. So fact checkers play a crucial role in ensuring that accurate information is available to voters, because people will always, when you first type what is the election all about in South Sudan, sometimes you find Wikipedia will be the first to show the information, and sometimes the information that they give there maybe might not be true or accurate. So gender transformative content refers to media or information that challenges traditional gender norms and promote gender equality. This can include articles, images, or other forms of media that highlight the experiences and the perspective of marginalized genders. So that is how they are related, how we are going to work together to with the fact checkers and the journalists to make sure elections and gender transformative contents are accurate. All information put on Wikipedia articles are up to date and accurate. Thank you. Maybe question with this remaining 4 minutes. So with that, we have come to the end of our session. If there is no question, I will throw back the ball to the 211 check management. If there is any, you can put it before we say bye-bye for today's session. So I would like to appreciate all of you for your active participation and for your time for attending. So I really do appreciate. Now, if there is any question, please let me know. If there is no, 211 checklist, you can take over.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Wani. Can you hear me clearly?
Very well, sir.
Okay, great. I appreciate. I see there are a lot of positive comments. People are thanking you for the excellent presentation. So this is nice. So I would encourage that each and everyone after this session, and then as long as you get good internet, kindly go and create your Wikipedia account, because Wikipedia has a lot of information, and also is one of the top ranked sites on search engines like Google and Bing. And there's a lot of information about South Sudan, especially when it comes to the elections. You find politicians will hire propagandists who will go and, of course, publish articles about them. And then it's your work to go and see how you edit this information and see how the information is presented to audience. So if you're using a phone, you can download the Wikipedia app. But you know that if you are someone who uses VPN a lot, you cannot use Wikipedia while using VPN. So if you would wish to edit Wikipedia while on your phone, make sure that your VPN is turned off. And then don't go and write promotional articles. For instance, Wikipedia will not accept if you write an article about yourself. And then make sure that each information that you add on Wikipedia, there's a reference, like Wani said earlier. Make sure that you use reliable sources, like in the case of South Sudan, use credible media like Radio Tamazuj, like Sudan Tribune, like the radio community, like iRadio, and number one citizen newspaper, the City Review, and ABA. So whatever, like news sites that also books, published books. Those are the ones that you will use to be able to cite information correctly. And then we look forward to seeing your edits. So once you try editing, please, you can let us know in the WhatsApp group so that we see how we can help you. But before Friday, I will also follow up with you to see how many of you have been able to create your Wikipedia accounts. And then I will be able to take a look at some of the usernames of your accounts. And then we see the way forward. Otherwise, your assignment now is to go and create a Wikipedia accounts for yourself. We wish you the very best of your afternoon, and do take very good care of yourselves. See you on Friday.
Thank you too so much. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.